Welcome back everyone. A question that I see all the time online, on forums, and even on my own channel is basically how to increase your Wi-Fi speeds and internet speeds in general on your Xbox One. Now, whether it's the One S, the One X, or the One whatever, it really doesn't matter. The best way I can tell you, the most common way, and honestly the way that you can improve your internet speeds almost instantaneously, is to get a wired connection over a Wi-Fi connection. Now what this is basically you get your Ethernet cord, you go through the good old, plugging it into the back of the console, and pretty much go from there. That almost always means faster internet speeds for almost anybody who messes with it. Now, if you're trying to download something, if you're trying to go through that way, this is basically the main way to go and increase your speeds. Now, again, it's not through the Wi-Fi network, it is through other ways, but this is the main way that I would recommend doing it. Now, there are some other ways to go about doing it. Move your Wi-Fi router closer to your Xbox, or move your Xbox closer to your Wi-Fi router. Another great thing you can do is, let's say for example, you're trying to download a game. What you can do is actually close out of everything else that you're doing. If you're watching videos, if you're doing whatever, what you need to do is prioritize that specific download. And what that means is that it'll go ahead and download your specific game, your app, or whatever much faster. So we can go ahead and actually focus in on that specific download rather than focusing on a bunch of other things at the same time. Now, another thing you can actually go about doing is disabling your automatic updates. So what you want to do is you want to go into your settings, you want to go into power mode and startup, and you want to change the console's power to energy saving. And what this will basically do is that all those, backend downloads that your Xbox randomly does in the background, it'll actually make it so it won't install those automatically. It'll go ahead and wait for you to actually go ahead and do it. And what this will actually do is basically prioritize your specific downloads again. And that's actually a really, really great thing, because this will mean that you can actually go and focus in on your game and download whatever you need to and use your internet connection much faster than having to go and, worry about these automatic updates in the background. Now, some other things that I've seen a lot of people talk about is, go through a disk set up and get your disc CDs rather than going and downloading them online. Now that's kind of like a funny one because it's kind of like all over the place. Like, of course people could do that, but that's another thing. If you have the option of buying the disc format, this will actually make it so you don't have to physically download those games if you have a physical disc. So that's another extremely important thing to keep in mind. Now, another thing you can do is obviously, step away from your internet connection on a lot of other devices. Maybe you shouldn't use your iPad and laptop and all those things. If you're trying to download something on your Xbox, sometimes it is best to, only have one thing focusing on that network. If you're trying to download the Xbox game as fast as possible, I wouldn't recommend using a ton of other devices that also rely on Wi-Fi. You might be best to prioritize that specific download by, first of all, only allowing that specific Xbox to use the internet, maybe not a ton of other devices at the same time, but also only downloading one game at a time. This will also fix it. So again, it prioritizes that specific download. And even though it doesn't necessarily increase the internet speed, it increases the download speed by quite a bit. And I actually talked about that early on in another video too. So those are just a couple ways on how you can actually go and improve the download speed on your Xbox. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much for you guys to hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my main channel. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.